Okay, so here's the deal. Of course, the great people at the Shade Room had to go and get some exclusive tea. So I'm going to read to you what they had to say about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 3. And, oh man, I was so happy when I read this. Just so happy. So the Shade Room writes, and I quote, "You know what they say in Hollywood, one season you're in, the next you're out. So who's returning to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood for Season 3? Who's in? Who's out? Who's joining the show? Let's chat." One person who is definitely about to shake up next season is none other than Masika Kalysha. That's right, she's coming back for the 3rd season. Let me pause the story right there. When I heard that Masika Kalysha's fine ass was coming back, Jesus, oh, I got extra thirsty. I just went and filled the bathtub, dumped some ice in it, and just got me a big old straw. Yes, Jesus. Anyways, back to the story. That's right, she's coming back for the 3rd season. I mean, after all, she is having Fetty Wap's child, so it seems appropriate. And according to a source connected to the show, she's the head bitch in charge this season. Pause the story. She was the HBIC when she wasn't even on the show. No offense, I consider her to be a HBIC head beauty in charge. I don't think Masika Kalysha's a bitch, just for the record. So the Shade Room goes on to say, quote, "Apparently, Love and Hip Hop cameras were rolling at Masika's baby shower, and catch this tea. Fetty was supposed to be at the baby shower, but was a no-show because Masika's new boyfriend was there, and let's just say Fetty Wap isn't too fond of this guy." Wow. All I know is it better not be P. Dice. The dude that he was having trouble with at the label. Anyway, back to what the Shade Room had to say. They said, "New to the cast, but definitely not new to Hollywood, is songwriter-singer Lyrica." Pause the story right there. She's the chick on the screen. That fine chick with the big booty? Yeah, that's Lyrica. She's a veteran when it comes to Hollywood game. She wrote the hit song Jealous for Beyonce and wrote a lot of songs for Chris Light Brown. Excuse me, I put the light in there. But, you know, she will be joining the show with her boyfriend. You knew her fine ass had to be taken. Masika's taken. There's no such thing as a woman that fine that's not taken. They just don't exist, for the record. You may think they're single, but they're not. There's somebody somewhere who's claiming them, for the record. Always. Never fall for a woman as fine as Masika or Lyrica talking about they're single, because it's just not true, and it's just not a possibility. Okay? That's why I stick to the crackheads that I'm used to. Anyways, back to the Shade Room article. It says, and I quote, "Now this next person right here is a shocker." And I thought they were going to say Silk the Shocker was on the show. But anyways, Keyshia Cole's estranged husband, Daniel Gibson, will also be joining the show. If you remember, he recently said he wanted to pursue rap. So we will see how them bars are once this season airs. Last season, fans were introduced to Miles and Milan, but looks like producers were going in a different direction this season, because neither of them will be returning. Along with Amber, Natasha Smith will also not be returning. If you remember, Omarion and April announced they wouldn't be returning as well. Don't worry, hashtag roommates, your favorites, Miss Nikki Baby, yay! Tia Marie, Jason Lee, Lil Fizz, Moniece, yay! Soulja Boy, Nia Riley, yay! Ray J, Princess Love, and Hazel E will be back for more drama. This season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood should be interesting. Drop the chalupa. Stop the music. Did they say my girl Hazel E was coming back? That's off the chain. You see, I thought that she quit the show, so I'm definitely gonna have to tune in, because yes, some of my favorites will be back. Unfortunately, April Jones, my favorite of all of the Love and Hip Hop franchises, will not be returning, but Moniece is still there, Nia Riley, Hazel E, and Miss Nikki Baby, and I'm all about them 4 fine ass women. And can you believe that Natasha Smith won't be back? I don't understand why. I mean, she was such an important character on the show, being Soulja Boy's quote unquote mistress, quote unquote side chick, or at least that's how they depicted her. Unfortunately, they depicted her in an incorrect light, but whatever. She should have been on the show. I'm really not happy about that. So are you guys happy with this alleged cast list? Does it sound good to you? Does it sound like something you'll be tuning in for? Who are you going to miss? I mean, Amber Laura won't be on the show. That's some old BS too. Between Natasha and Amber not being on the show and April, I wasn't happy about that at all. However, there are enough fine women to keep me tuning in. Between Masika coming back and Lyrica being added to the cast, this is going to be all types of fineness still there. But you know, anyways, yeah. Excuse me. I'm about to go get that 24 pack of water ready for this thirst. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. The Thirst Zone